This is the tried and tested formula that will guarantee you getting asked out the next time you go to an event. Have you ever wondered why some people just seem to effortlessly get dates? Why your friend gets those meet cute stories while you're still on the dating apps? And if you're thinking, why do some people just make instant connections when they go somewhere new and maybe it's harder for you? Let me tell you the secret. And this is something that works 100% of the time, provided the man is available and interested. And if you're a guy listening to this, you can reverse engineer this to be able to spot the signs that a woman is really trying to drop the hanky for you. She is really trying to give you signals that she is open, she's ready for conversation, and that you should approach her and give it a shot. So number one is to position yourself for approachability. This means if you want to be asked out, you need to be available to speak to, which might mean breaking away from your friendship circle or not just being in the tight-knit group of women, because that can feel impenetrable for a man to actually just approach and start a casual conversation with you. So a really easy way to do this, to break away from the group, is to just go and get a drink yourself. Go to a zone of the event where you can be by yourself. If it's like an art gallery, you could be looking at a piece of art. If it's like a book opening or a book launch, you could just be browsing some of the books, reading the books. If it's a bar or there's a bar at an event, go up and order yourself a drink, or just kind of stand at the bar for a little while and see if someone approaches you. You're way more likely to be approached if you're already on your own, because it's just a natural thing to strike up a conversation with someone who's standing solo. You'll also feel less awkward if you're somewhere where there's something happening. So like I said, a bar, or you're reading something, or you're able to just do something that keeps you semi-busy while also being open. Because if you're standing somewhere on your own, but you're just staring at your phone, that also doesn't look very approachable, because maybe you're in a deep text conversation with someone. So ideally somewhere where there could be a conversation starter, which could be anything from flicking through something, a booklet, a leaflet, to admiring something somewhere that you are, or again, looking at a menu, something that's just open to conversation, and also just shows you with this air of confidence, because it takes a confident person to just rock up somewhere on your own, and B, you're not looking desperate and you're not looking lonely, you're not looking alone, you are looking like in a place where there's lots of people, you're engaging with something, but you're open to conversation, and that's a really good way to position yourself. And remember that proximity is everything. So if you find someone that you like the look of and you would like them to approach you, you need to make sure you're in their line of sight, because sometimes people just won't see you. So try and position yourself as well to make sure that they can actually physically see you, and then start up something where you're able to stand somewhere, you're easily approached, but you're also engaged with something else. You're doing something, you're ordering a drink, you're looking at the menu, you're admiring a painting. Secondly, it's not being afraid of eye contact. So a big tip for women is that men notice women who are noticing them. So if you've spotted someone that you like the look of, help him out by at least being near him, be in his proximity, so that's easy for him to start a conversation with you. And you'll be amazed what a quick glance can do. It just creates this opening, which is very natural, very organic, and will help him feel confident to talk to you. And I would advise to be bold. Try to have 2 opportunities where you can have prolonged eye contact. So try it once. If nothing happens, try it one more time, and then just leave it. Even if for some reason he's got a girlfriend or he's not interested, who cares? You're probably never gonna see that guy again, and all you did was look at him, that's all. But it was enough to, give that open invitation. But it is awkward, I understand, and it really does take practice. And it's something that I'm really trying to practice, even when I have conversations with people at work or in my family or friends. I just really try to maintain that eye contact to get used to doing that, because it's so easy for us when we're talking to people to kind of just be looking around or looking down or fidgeting. And there's something that's very confident and very attractive about someone who can just maintain eye contact. It's really wow, it just shows that that person is self-assured, and that is hot. Number 3 is to display positive body language. So you don't want to fold your arms And you don't want to look closed off. You want to maintain an open posture that keeps a really relaxed and inviting energy. Because if you seem closed off, so if you're hunched over your phone or your arms are crossed or your body language is facing away from the crowd, it just really doesn't look like you want to be approached. And it's fair enough that no one would think to come and talk to you because you're just not resonating that kind of energy of, hi, I'm open for a conversation. And again, you don't want someone to hesitate in thinking, should I talk to her, should I not? You really do want to show that you are available to be spoken to, because it's just a good thing to do. And this is such a great hack for networking, even professional networking, because it just really helps to be able to work a room in a way that doesn't require you to know other people. Because it's very easy to work a room when it's like, you know, Bob over there and Sarah over there and Jake here, because obviously you can kind of just like geographically go from one to the other. But when you don't know anyone, you need to be able to try to open up these conversations. And especially as women, like, we can do that so femininely and just being really receptive. It's a very feminine trait. And so we can do that with our body language, with our eye contact, with the places that we stand and the things that we're engaging in. And number 4, and maybe this should have been number 1, but it's to actually really set an intention for yourself before you go to the event. So I went to an event recently, and it was genuinely an event I wanted to go to. Even if there was no other people there, I would have still wanted to go because I wanted to listen to the performances, listen to the poetry, and just engage in that atmosphere. And obviously if I met someone, that would be a huge bonus, but I went very genuinely, just joyfully, happily wanting to go because it was something that interests me. And I think that already puts you in a posture of, I'm here because I'm authentic and this is something I'm authentically and genuinely interested in, rather than having that desperate energy of, I'm here because I'm hoping that maybe I'm going to find someone. It's like, no, you're first there because you're just enjoying yourself. And when you're enjoying yourself, you just look beautiful because you're just happy. And that you can really see that in a person. But if your intention really is to meet someone and to want to try to open up new conversations, to meet new people, friends, or a potential romantic partner, then say that as well. You know, tell yourself, like, tonight I'm going to be really magnetic. I'm going to be friendly. I'm going to be open to conversation. And I really hope I end up talking to some new people. And that is just going to be a good intention for you to have. You know, again, I don't think it's necessarily right to have the intention of, tonight I'm going to meet my husband, or something kind of wild like that, which I know we like to do. But something that's just very tangible and attainable, easily attainable. It's like you set yourself a challenge. I'm going to speak to 3 new people today. Or when I go to that event, I'm definitely going to make sure I speak to at least 1 man. Or I'm going to try to start 1 conversation. It's just a fun way to practice our social skills, our conversational skills, and just getting out there and networking. And then number 5 is that when you do end up in conversation with someone that you like, you should really try to practice active listening. So really listen to them, take interest, show that interest, ask questions, engage with what they're saying. And also a lovely trick, which is really good to do professionally as well, is that when someone introduces themselves and tells you their name, so it's like, hey, I'm Lola. It's like, oh, Lola, it's so great to meet you. I'm Delphine. You know, it's just a really good practice to do. I don't know why I said Lola. My dog's name is Nola, so maybe that's why. As you can see, she's having a sleep here. And it's just a good way of being like, I see you, like I hear you. Thank you for introducing yourself. Like, I have now got your name in my consciousness. And there's something nice about that because you just feel heard. And like I said, you feel seen. And do take a genuine interest, you know, have follow-up questions, like really hear what they're saying. Don't just think about, oh, I really want to try to impress them in 30 seconds and I'm just going to blurt all this stuff out. Like, try to have a genuine conversation. And it's always good to pick like a very neutral topic as well, because, you know, if you're at like a concert or something, talk about the performance. Or if you're at a bookshop or something, you know, like, what's the best book you've read lately? Just something that is going to spark conversation easily, and then you can just let it flow and you don't know where it's going to go. And number 6 is to be authentic and to share your passions. You know, like, it's really fun to meet a new person who you just see something in them which is passionate and unique, and you want to know more. Like, you want to pique someone's interest, so you don't need to reveal everything about yourself now, but you want to try to sprinkle in a few things about you which are really close to your heart and which might make someone want to see you again, or to catch up over a drink, or something that makes them want to see you and get to know you. You know, we're all created in the image and likeness of God, and God is the ultimate creator, and he's so creative. So we all have different hobbies and interests and passions and things that we can learn and things that we can teach, and that's really exciting. So in conclusion, the things to remember are to use eye contact and proximity. Like, make sure that person you like can actually see you. Get in their line of sight. Position yourself in a way that invites conversation. And make sure you're creating opportunities for genuine connection. And hey, if you get asked out on a date, that is an amazing success story. Otherwise, all of these tips can be used professionally in any kind of networking environment, just to help you be more open for new conversations and new interactions with other humans, which is always a good thing, never a waste of time. Anyway, I hope that was helpful. I would love to hear if you've got any other tips. And as always, God bless and see you soon.